As if Red Bull weren't having a good enough season already, they have some updates planned for Silverstone. The Milton Keynes based team have been trying to shift attention away from themselves in the past week, but it was all smoke and mirrors. They're fixing some long-standing issues with the car, and we have all the details for you. So let's take a dive into Red Bull's plan for Silverstone. But before we do that, you need to know that this video was brought to you by Bybit, one of the world's leading crypto exchange platforms. They're giving away a paddock pass to this year's Silverstone Grand Prix. To be in with a chance to win, you just need to click the referral link in the description and deposit at least $10 in your new account. Do this before midnight on Wednesday the 29th of June, and you could win this incredible once-in-a-lifetime experience. Good luck! Last week, the word from Red Bull was that updates would be stopping until after the summer break. Christian Horner has been incredibly outspoken about the budget cap, claiming it would be impossible to stay below it this year. There is a proposal on the table to help with that, but in the meantime, Red Bull are slowing down their updates to try to stay within the current cap. The RB18 has proved the class of the field in 2022 so far, winning 7 of the season's 9 races, including the last 6 in a row. And Horner said there would be no significant evolution of the car over the next 4 races. I wouldn't say anything big, Horner told the media when asked if Red Bull had any significant upgrade packages incoming. It is very modest evolution. Components are introduced as components come to the end of their life. So it's a very different form of development to what you would see in previous years. The problem with limiting the development of the RB18 now is that it limits the effectiveness of one of Red Bull's best weapons, Adrian Newey. The car designer recently spoke to the media about Max Verstappen and how the two of them work together to get the most out of the RB18. Great drivers, and I'd put Max in that category, know what they want from the car and know how to communicate with their race engineer as to what they want and how to achieve it. It seems that this communication with each other has been one of the keys to Max's success in F1. Last year, Sergio Perez struggled at Red Bull as the car was tuned to Max's liking after years of development. Max has a very specific style and enjoys a lot of front end, being able to turn the front end sharply and use his skills to deal with any sliding at the back end. With the new regulations, the RB18 hasn't been tuned to his usual specific requirements yet, but with Red Bull not planning on bringing any major upgrades for the next 4 races, they will likely be spending time playing with the car's setup to hone in on Max's preferences. No need to worry if you're a Perez fan though, the Mexican seems to be getting comfortable in the car and will continue to develop his setup in a direction he prefers. Before we talk about the new parts Red Bull are going to have at Silverstone, and despite what Christian Horner says, we know they're bringing upgrades, let's talk about the team's expectations for the weekend. Red Bull believe that Mercedes could be set to make it a 3-team fight for victory at this weekend's British Grand Prix. Having swept every title bar 1 since 2014, Mercedes have slipped back in competitiveness in 2022, as Ferrari and Red Bull have shared all 9 Grand Prix wins so far this year. But Mercedes put on arguably their most competitive showing of the season so far at the Canadian Grand Prix, as Lewis Hamilton and George Russell finished a solid 3rd and 4th. Speaking to the media, Red Bull team principal Christian Horner expressed concerns that upcoming circuits on the 2022 F1 calendar would continue to play to Mercedes' strengths. I think Mercedes will be strong at Silverstone, and I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be at Paul Ricard, said Horner. I think Ferrari will be quick at Silverstone as well. It could be more of a challenging circuit for us just due to the nature of its layout. It's incredible that we've put a run of 6 race victories together, but Silverstone could well be the most challenging yet. Horner has said a few times this season that he's wary of Mercedes' pace, but unless the Silver Arrows bring some major updates to Silverstone, we think Red Bull will still have a significant edge over them, especially with the updates they have planned. Before we talk about them though, have you gone and clicked that referral link yet? Viewing the British Grand Prix from above the pit lane is an experience like no other, and you can only do it with a paddock pass. Thank you again to Bybit for letting us help you guys win the experience of a lifetime. Currently, at the top of the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships, Red Bull has a large package of developments for the RB18, which according to the objectives of the technicians headed by Adrian Newey, should correct some minimal weaknesses of the car in terms of performance. It's unlikely we'll see any obvious aerodynamic adjustments to the car, but beneath the surface, they're going to have a whole host of updates to help improve the car. The weaknesses that are going to be addressed are the car's weight, which has been on the high end when compared to the rest of the grid this season, and the car's functionality. The functionality upgrades will address some problems they have had with systems on the car recently. Remember how the DRS broke in Spain, and then Max was told to not use it in Baku as well? That's the kind of functionality they're addressing. The RB18's flaw has been at the center of discussions over the car's speed this season, especially because they're one of the few teams on the grid that have displayed no severe porpoising or bouncing at any point this season. Red Bull might make some major tweaks to the layout of the Venturi tunnels, but the big upgrade for Silverstone will be the stiffness and weight of the floor. Red Bull have changed the construction process of the ground effect floor, specifically how the carbon fiber is orientated and laid out. This will increase the stiffness on the floor, which will stabilize the Venturi tunnels and the floor edge. A stable floor means a stable airflow under the car and a consistent production of vortices along the floor edge. This is vital to avoiding porpoising and making the most of the new ground effect floor. Floor stiffness has been a big issue for Mercedes this season, and their lack of it is a large part of why the team have been porpoising so much. The FIA's new technical directive may come into effect in Silverstone, meaning that Mercedes can fit new floor stays to help with their floor flexing. But that is likely to be protested by other teams if they attempt it. Red Bull are also bringing a revised rear wing and a new DRS actuator to the car at Silverstone. Red Bull's weight loss program saw them thin their rear wing to the absolute limit. In Spain, the team had to reinforce the area around where the DRS actuator connects to the wing to stop it from breaking. This didn't help Max Verstappen though, when his DRS intermittently failed at the race. Then, in Baku, he was told to not use his DRS after AlphaTauri's Yuki Tsunoda got a black and orange flag when the upper plane of his rear wing, which opened for DRS, snapped in half. The new wing will be shaped with Silverstone's medium and high-speed corners in mind. The new DRS actuator will address the vulnerability it's shown this season as well. The aim is to make sure that DRS cannot break again, and get the wing as light as possible without risking a problem like Yuki Tsunoda's in Baku. I expect a big update for Red Bull at Silverstone, commented Scuderia Ferrari team principal Mattia Binotto immediately after the Canadian Grand Prix. But we don't think he thought there would be quite this much changing with the RBA team. Ferrari were expecting Red Bull to continue its weight loss program and gain valuable lap time because of it. The word from the Ferrari camp is that they think Red Bull will lose enough weight to gain around 0.3 of a second a lap in Silverstone. It is commonly known that Red Bull's car is overweight, and the changes to the floor and wing could very well lose them a kilogram or two. If Ferrari's predictions of 0.3 of a second of lap time prove to be true, then Red Bull could be in for another dominant weekend at Silverstone. The team is getting to the point now where they might genuinely be able to start thinking about next season. Mercedes are getting quicker as the season goes on, but the budget cap means they can't improve indefinitely. Ferrari aren't far behind Red Bull on race day, but their reliability problems mean they will definitely be more engine-based retirements coming for the Scuderia. Don't forget, Charles Leclerc has already taken a grid penalty this season and will likely have to take at least 2 more just due to engine wear and tear. Who knows how many more he might need to take for reliability problems. Red Bull are in the driver's seat for Silverstone, and with this latest round of updates, this season might already be theirs to lose. What do you expect from Red Bull in Silverstone? Can Mercedes or Ferrari stop their streak of race wins? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below, and until next time, drive safe and bye-bye.